Loki Episode 5 was loaded with Easter eggs and the major Kang the Conqueror setup we keep on waiting for, so we've got it all rounded up for you. BD here with your Loki Episode 5 breakdown. I have a reaction to the episode at the end of this video, but now it's full spoilers ahead. First of all, this episode is titled Journey into Mystery, which is the OG Thor and Loki stories from when Marvel was still called Atlas Comics. And as you can see by the comic covers, the classic Loki costume was on display with Richard E. Grant's version of Loki in this episode. So many Easter eggs popped into this episode, like Throg, the frog version of Thor. Throg was a man named Simon Walterson, a play on comic legend Walter Simonson, who created this character. Throg eventually becomes worthy of his own little frog, Thor Hammer. The jar with Throg is labeled T365, a reference to the first appearance of Thor the Thunder Frog. We also see the Thanos copter in the wasteland, the iconic method of transportation used by the Mad Titan in comics that never made its way into the Avengers movies. We see a giant yellow jacket head out in the wasteland. This is interesting because the Wasp actress, Evangeline Lilly, posted a photo for the script of the third Ant-Man movie and used hashtag Corey Stoll, referencing the actor who played Yellow Jacket in the first Ant-Man movie when he went missing subatomically. So maybe he's back in the mix for Quantumania. We also see Ronan's ship, the Dark Aster, from the first Guardians movie, the decapitated head of a statue that looks like the Living Tribunal from the pages of Marvel Comics, a S.H.I.E.L.D. helicarrier downed in the background, you would recognize that from the first Avengers movie, and a shot of Stark Tower, but it's labeled QENG, which you can also pronounce Kang. You see where this is going?
Oh, I smell what you're stepping in.
Kang Enterprises is the company that bought Stark Tower in comics and is run by Nathaniel Richards, aka a spin-off of Kang the Conqueror. Kang was split into different versions of himself that became trapped in various timelines, so as any good conqueror does, he conquered. As Mr. Griffin, Nathaniel Richards started Kang and decided to rule the world with money. Capitalism, baby. Also worth noting, Nathaniel Richards is the father of Reed Richards, aka Mr. Fantastic, and I'm not sure Marvel Studios could have used any of this before Disney bought Fox and got those rights back, given he first appeared in a Fantastic Four comic book. The QENG is not the only reference to Kang the Conqueror in this episode, though. The episode ends with a look at what is almost certainly Chronopolis, the homeworld of Kang, who is confirmed to be an Ant-Man the Wasp Quantumania. The second Ant-Man movie showed us a blink and you miss it small city in the quantum realm, and even director Peyton Reed confirmed it with a tweet, so maybe this is that. Non-Marvel Easter eggs include the Polybus game, an arcade game myth that some people swear existed and took data from our minds with no actual records of it actually existing. And then there's the ship that drops in, it's the USS Eldridge, which is famous for being part of an experiment that made it allegedly disappear. So Loki is saying this is where it went. We ultimately see Loki's have to take on Alioth the Usurper, a trans-temporal being that can attack dimensions and timelines in comics, and it seems Kang has conquered it too in the MCU. It's just good to see the smoke monster from Lost is still getting work. I think these Lokis around the bowling pin campfire are supposed to be like the good Lokis, but Kid Loki is the leader in this world, and he says he killed Thor. Who knows if he's telling the truth? All of these Lokis lie to each other, and that's on full display in the hilarious scene, which might make our Loki realize how ridiculous he is sometimes. We do see a Loki who uses his dreads as horns, and that's a callback to the Lokis we saw in holograms in episode 2. Also, just shout out Alligator Loki. So much screen time for our little king. Love it. If the TVA thing doesn't work out, I think Mobius would thrive as a Domino's delivery man. Whew, just happy he's still alive. With the help of old Loki showing off just how powerful Lokis can be, our Loki learns enchanting powers with Sylvie to slay Alioth. This opens the gate to what is almost certainly Chronopolis, and we have just one episode left to figure it all out. Overall, I thought episode 5 was a really good episode, loaded with Easter eggs, as we just talked about, from all across the Marvel Universe. This felt like the big action dump before the finale is going to have to really reveal all story points about the TVA and its origin. I really enjoyed the bit about Loki's betraying Loki's because we've seen it so many times in the MCU, and now Loki has seen it firsthand. I don't know what's going on with the Loki and Sylvie romance, and I don't know how I feel about it yet, but I'm really enjoying how this show has set up new relationships in general, like Loki and Mobius. Like, I loved seeing them hug, and that was a great moment. Overall, I give the episode 8 out of 10, and I really hope the finale delivers. Drop your episode rating out of 10 in the comments to let us know you watched this video till the end, and hit me up on Instagram at BrandonDavisBD to talk more. Head over to Comicbook.com/Marvel for more updates. I'm BD. I'll see you there.